Will you look at that? 4,186 waves in tier 11. That's a huge personal best and I'm very happy for this. Now you might think that would be much better to get to 4,500 for the relic and just to have a tier completed. But I didn't have any plan on getting this far anyway. When I started this milestone run, I was planning to getting to around 2,500 because my previous best was 1,498 or something. So this is a huge surprise to me that I got this far. Anyway, hey everybody. I haven't made my own tower update videos since the first video I uploaded, which was more than a month ago. So let's go through some of these changes that I've been through over the month and how my tower has progressed. Let's get the gems. Let's see the missions. Change the skins. Up there, themes. Skin. Alrighty, get the skin. We got all of this stuff. Everything looks good. Let's get to the milestones here. So we were after these stones. That's why I went in there in the first place. 203 stones. And oh, by the way, that's not the only milestone I'm achieving. I want to share this moment together with you. Let's go to the cards. Scroll all the way down here, and if you look at my epic cards, I have one more card to purchase to max out all the cards. Let's do it. Oh yeah. All cards maxed. This is a beautiful day. Now I can focus a little bit more on the modules. But how much has my tower progressed in the month? Let's go to the stats. We're sitting at 3.5 trillion coins lifetime. I think it was about 1.5 trillion a month ago, which was on the 3rd or on the 2nd of March. I'm recording this on the 7th of April. So yeah, that's pretty good. I have gotten some milestones, but I don't even know which ones other than the one I just got. The recent one I got as well was a tier 10 milestone. I didn't even have that one, so milestones are good. I don't think I'm gonna run any milestone runs anytime soon, though I could get some, maybe like 1,200 or 1,500 on tier 12 if I'm able to get 4,111. Now I'm starting to doubt myself and think that I want to do some more milestone runs. I would love the stones though. But let's see the ultimate weapons. A lot has happened. I have no idea where my ultimate weapons were a month ago. I don't remember. But I know a few things that I have been doing, and these 200 stones that we have right now, I'm gonna put them in death wave quantity. Click. Alright, we're done with this. Now, what did I do with the ultimate weapons within this month? I think I didn't have the second spotlight quantity a month ago, so I got that one. I also brought down my death wave cooldown to 4 minutes to match the golden tower, which both of those match my golden bot, which is 2 minutes. So I got a nice natural synchronization there, and I don't have the multiverse nexus anyway, so I just have to rely on my natural sync anyway. And without black hole, I don't intend to bring any of those cooldowns, death wave nor golden tower, down anytime soon. So we're sitting at this, but I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. Now, what's going to happen next is we are going to, before we're gonna pull a new ultimate weapon, which I'm pretty sure everybody watching this video thinks that I should just get 1,250 stones and get that black hole. But some of you watching this channel who know me, you know that I am pursuing a little bit different path. I am working on getting my way to the Legends League as fast as possible and ignoring all economy. Up until that point, I'm kind of the anti-economy tower, if you will, and I like it. It's fun. It's a fun journey. But the next goal right here is working a little bit on the poison swamp here. And what do we want to do with a poison swamp? We want to get a permanent poison swamp, because the biggest bottleneck in my tournaments right now is crowd control. My damage is really good. My damage could get me way further, but just getting these occasional random hits or fasts charging through and stuff like that, that's what's killing me. So if I get the permanent poison swamp and I'll get the stun lab pretty high chance, I'm gonna take so much less hits from those random ones. And after that, we're going for next ultimate weapon most likely. Is it gonna be a black hole? Maybe, probably, I don't know, we'll think about it. Maybe it's gonna be Chronofield. Maybe it's gonna be inner landmines. I don't know. But what's next? Let's jump into the modules. So I don't even remember if I went through all the modules that I have in my latest one, in my latest tower update, but I have pulled some modules. I think my modules are in a pretty decent place. The ones that I have equipped right now are my farming modules. So I got my wormhole redirector to Mythic just a couple of days ago, I think. I'm very happy about that. My Singularity harness was the first Mythic that I got, and I got it a long time ago to Mythic. And that's actually providing really good coins. Thanks to my Singularity harness, I probably get, not probably, but 25 to 27% of my all coin income is Singularity harness. And this is the reason I don't use a G comp in my farming runs. I could use a G comp because my Death Wave and Golden Tower are now synchronized, but that would break the synchronization for the Golden Bot, which with the Singularity harness is pretty darn powerful and is bringing in a lot of coins. And my G comp is legendary. If it was Mythic, maybe I would reconsider. Maybe I would do a few test runs to see how that would go. But we are, what else do we got? Oh, by the way, I got the project funding. I made a video about that as well. Really good for my tournament runs. I really like this module. Unfortunately, I did not get it all the way up to Mythic. I got really close. I got one more Epic, but I'm missing one to get it to Mythic, and it's not in the standard banner right now, and we don't have the featured banner right now, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna get the project funding anytime soon. We gotta roll with a legendary one. And the anti-Q portal, I definitely didn't have this one a month ago at Mythic, and this one is really good for my tournaments. Now, that's another reason why I need some crowd control, is because it's maybe just a little bit unreliable at this point, because it does take 14 seconds minus 3 seconds with a sub effect so it's shockwaves every 11 seconds, and it does happen that enemies come when, or the boss is the problem in that case. The boss comes right after a shockwave went, and he'll be able to reach my tower before the next shockwave. Though this is unlikely, but it can happen. And if I get a little bit more crowd control, if I get that permanent poison swamp, the boss gets a stun every time, that's the problem is gonna be solved, and it's gonna get hit by a shockwave every single time. So it's gonna make my shockwave much more reliable as well, much more consistent. What else in the modules? So if we scroll down, we don't have anything good in cannons. We have one Havoc Bringer, 1 DP, 1 Natural Deliverance. In the triangles, the Pulsar Harvester was our previous tournament module, which not that good, but it was the best I had. But before I had the project funding, and and I don't have anything good in core except my 1 precious dimension core. Then I have 1 of these harmony conductors, 1 ohm chip, and that's why I run this one in my farming runs, just so that I can get much better sub effects on this one compared to an epic one, because I'm not doing much damage in my farming runs anyway. My tournament runs are glass cannon based, my farming runs are blender EHP thingy. So yep. But I don't think, what do I think? I think we're gonna pull modules. Yeah, because we have the cards max now and we're happy. And sometimes modules make us more happier. Oh, did you see an anti-cube portal there? 2 epics in 1 pull? This is 3 epics in 1 pull. My very first multiverse nexus. You guys witnessed this pull together with me. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is a good day. I think I'm gonna work on these things right now because I don't want to wait until this video is over. Our Astral Deliverance is gonna get merged first. Our Astral Deliverance. We finally get a decent cannon module. We did have the Havoc Bringer previously, or not the Havoc, but the Being Annihilator, but I mean, a legendary Being Annihilator is worse than legendary plus bounce blitzer in my opinion, because I'm not doing any bullet damage anyway, and this one is the critical shots with the bullet damage. But this one is nice. This one is super nice. Now I'll get better sub effects on this one, and this is what I use in my farming runs mostly. I don't know about tournament runs. I do think I might start using this in tournament runs now, because now maybe the bullet damage becomes something, though my chain lightning does 99% of the damage anyway. We'll see about that. What was the other thing that I got? I got the ACP, another ACP. Yep. So let's go to the mergery. Let's find this precious ACP of ours, armor modules. So yeah, we got 2 ACPs now. We got our first Epic Plus on our way to Ancestral, which is beautiful. This is the module that I have the most copies now. I have 6 copies of the Anti-Cube Portal, and I finally got my very first multiverse nexus. I thought it didn't exist. I was pretty darn convinced that the multiverse nexus doesn't exist, and I got nothing to do with this right now. This is gonna be completely useless because I don't have a black hole, and my golden tower and death wave are synchronized. But I really wanted this. I really wanted this 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Didn't have it. Now I do, and I'm pretty sure it'll come handy further down in the future when things are a little bit different. But right now it's gonna sit and wait. We're gonna flag this just in case. Favorite. Yep. What else? Did we get a third one? Yeah, the Anti-Cube Portal. Okay. That's it with the modules. Let's go next to the workshop, because a lot has happened in the workshop for sure. I did go to the ultimate weapons earlier already, but what happened here? We did some respecking at one point, and our coin income, even though 1.5 trillion to 3 point something trillion doesn't sound like a big increase within a month. It was kind of like this critical threshold where you can pretty much get the most out of your basic defense, health, and health regen and damage, to the point that you don't need to worry about your health anymore in farming runs. You can max it easily by wave 2500, maybe 3000 something. So my health and health regen are sitting at 3000. I don't need to put any coins into that at the moment. I don't feel like wouldn't benefit my farming runs. Damage is sitting happily at 5000, and I'm able to max this in my farming runs, which is not the farming, I wanted to say the tournament runs. I think the last 2 or 3 tournament runs have been the ones when I've been able to max my damage. So I don't feel like I want to put any more money here. I'm gonna put my money to the enhancements now, because those ones will help me beyond my maximums. Yep. But here in the enhancements, so we starting investing into the damage. We got some 1.2x multiplier. I really like this one. Nothing in health. As you all know, I'm heavily focused on tournament performance. And in the utilities, I'm running project funding. I think the cash is useful. Just a little bit coins into the coins here, the cheaper levels, I felt like might be useful. But I would actually really like the cell enhancements. So I do consider doing some economy in this sense to get the cell ones unlocked. I do want to increase my lab performance. What else did I want to say? Let's go to the utilities here. I have been working on my enemy level skips. 90 here, 80 here. Doesn't sound much, but it definitely helps. If you look at the prices, to give you a reference point, I'm gonna go to gems, very nice. To give you a reference point, this is the amount of billions that I've been lately making in my farming runs. So I'm making tier 7 has been my best, 73 billions, tier 8 61 billion. I'm mostly doing 7 and 8 depending on how much time I have, depending when do I start, depending on if I want the run to finish in the morning or in the evening. So I kind of juggle between the tier 7 and tier 8 mostly. Sometimes I pop a tier 6 in there. Sometimes maybe if I feel like I have more attention to pay, maybe I'll try to swing in do 2 tier 9 runs within a day, and that would just, the second one would finish right before my bedtime, and then I would put like a tier 7 for overnight or something. But we're getting like 50 to 70 billions per run, and that would mostly be 2 runs in 24 hours. So that's what we're making, and that's like the reference point for our workshop development. Let's jump into the labs next. So what are we running currently, and what are the multipliers? As you see, we got 2, 3, 3, 3, and 2x multipliers. And most of the time I get 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. Occasionally I get 3, 3, 3, 2, 2. So that's how it goes. Now, I made a very big decision yesterday with lab slot number 1. And I was perma running the, where's the big one? The lab speed. I was perma running the lab speed in the first slot all the way until level 82, which I'm very proud of the patience that I had, and we will definitely return to this in the future. But at this point, with 3x multiplier, it pretty much takes almost almost a week per one level, and the benefit per level has diminished so much that I believe that I get more out of this lab slot if I for some time do other things in the slot. Now you might think that, yeah, but if you finish it right now, then within 2 years you'll be thankful. But well, it kind of depends, because yes, 2 years from now I will have done less labs if I don't do it, but at the same time some of these upgrades came to me earlier, therefore benefited me more. Maybe this attack speed will allow me to get more stones from the tournament with those 2 years compared to what those labs would get me if I would do the lab speed thing. So there's no like easy way to calculate this, it's just a gut feeling. But right now we're switching out lab speed, and having gotten it to 82, I'm very happy with that. I currently think that I'm gonna put the lab speed back when I'm capable of getting a 4x multiplier to my labs, which may not even happen in 2025. We'll see. But we also know that I'm changing my mind and my strategies completely every week. I kind of make decisions 180-degree turns all the time. I'm okay with that. I go by the way things feel. So yeah, but what did we also do? We decided to put we were 2 levels shy in the defense percentage in the lab slot 3, so we're gonna do those 2 levels to get it min-maxed for 20, to get it min-maxed to 23. Yeah, 23 was the one, right? And then we're gonna put something probably damage based here, maybe damage or critical chance, not a critical chance but a critical factor. We're gonna probably alternate those one by one. Now this lab slot 2 with a swamp stun chance, I think this is gonna go all the way until it's finished. Now it's a very long lab, it has 30 levels, and where is it? It's up here. Yeah, it has 30 levels, and most people are familiar with how long it takes for chronofiltration lab, and the time on this lab is 100% the same. So it's probably like 2 more months for me to get this one maxed. But with my current plans on getting my Poison Swamp maximum, this is pretty much necessary, because the closer you get to the end, yes, the labs get longer, but every level will be more beneficial, because I'm not looking at this as how much percent of chance do I have stunning, but I'm looking how much percent do the enemies have of slipping past. So if I get it all the way to 80, enemies have 20% of slipping past, and that can increase my survivability significantly. And later on, when I will get the inner landmines done, first line of defense will be the Poison Swamp, and those 20% enemies that get past my Poison Swamp will be stunned by the inner landmines. So those two will work together pretty nicely. What else do we have in the labs? Deathwave coin bonus. Yeah, so I said that I'm not doing any economy, almost. I kinda broke my rules there, since I just recently put some stones into the Deathwave. This is the one economy lab that currently has really good return on invested time for me right now, because I have those 2 synced, and because I just got 1 more wave for my death wave. But once I get this one done, I will have another slot available for something damage related. And the lab slot 5 is a switching lab slot between the reroll shards, module shard cost, the death wave cell bonus, daily mission shards, enemy health level skips, standard perk bonus, death wave, not the death wave, but the enemy attack level skips, rare drop chance. So I'm running all of those different labs in the lab slot 5. One by one, after every level, I will just choose the next cheapest one, because As you know, my coin income is pretty limited and things get pretty expensive for me. But this way, I will be able to kind of get them all up step by step without any of them overly hurting my coins, which I could the rest of the coins put into like workshop enhancements or something like that. So yeah, we're working in the lab slot, final lab slot, one by one, switching between the cheapest one of these expensive ones, I would say. And what else have we researched? So let's go to the history. I don't remember what I've been doing for the past month, so I gotta scroll. And I think my video was recorded on the 2nd of March or something. So looking at here, 3rd of March, we were doing attack speed and critical factor. Then we got busy doing some workshop discounts. This was right about the time when I was thinking about doing respec, and this can be a pretty quick, short way of getting a good amount of cash, because if you have a lot of, not cash, but the coins, if you have a lot of coins invested in your workshop and you have very undeveloped workshop discount labs, then those labs you can get like many levels in a very short time, and it might be like just a nice little payday. Then I was alternating crit factor, attack speed, doing glass speed permanently, crit factor, shock chance. I'm not doing shock chance anymore. I thought I was gonna do it permanently until the end, but honestly, with shock chance 25 and maximum chain lightning chance, I am getting that chain lightning stack to the maximum pretty darn fast anyway. So it's just not worth it increasing the shock chance any further. Now you can see a double death ray in here, core effect ban. It was the only cheap one, the only affordable one, so wanted to get that out of the way. I never have too many reroll shards, but I never had to reroll anything for my core modules anyway, because I don't have any good cores. But we'll get there. Double death ray. I have no idea if it helps, but I like the idea of it, so I did some of those at some point. We did get like auto pick ranking 16, which was a long lab. Back then it was important, not important anymore, because now I don't have any bad perks that can ruin my run, but back then there was, and every once in a while I would get the unwanted perk chosen, so, and that pissed me off. That's when then we started working on the swamps. Here you can see we did some golden tower at one point, a little bit. We thought about the golden tower one. Yeah, that was when I got the, what's the module, the project funding, because project funding works on cash, right? And getting my golden tower up increased both my cash and my economy. So that was an excuse to do economy, because cash would increase my tournament performance through the project funding. So there, we did a little bit of cash, 1 or 2 levels I think, with the project funding, but my cash is already at 50 something, so it doesn't help me that much, and my project funding is still legendary, and I'll get 99% out of it with my current cash income. By the way, by the time I reach the later waves in my tournaments anyway. What else? Daily mission shards, wall thorns. So as you see, I did 1 level of each wall. That was right before I respect. People have been recommending to do it this way, so you don't have to start researching wall, or I mean, if you have 1 lap done, then you can keep researching it without unlocking the wall. So I don't plan on doing the wall, but I have that option now, and I like to have my options open. Some daily mission shards, swamp stun stuff we got really big into the stun stuff. That's when I kind of decided that we're gonna go all in with the permanent poison swamp here. Got a level in range. As you know, I'm a big range player. Some landmine DK, probably not that useful, but I don't know. I felt a feeling, so I put it labbing. You know, sometimes you get a feeling about something, and you just trust your gut. And here we are. We just got the defense percentage, attack speed, reroll shards I've been getting, and this is what we get here. Let's go to the tournaments next. The tournaments. All right. How's the tournament history been? Let's go back to the beginning of March. So as you see, 3rd of March. No, the 5th of March I was 11th, 17th, 7th, 10th, 16, 22, 6, 14, 14. So across the board, I guess the averages have not changed significantly, but before that, up to the beginning of March, my best one was rank 10. So in March we got a 7 and a 6. And the wave counts, beginning of March, we were hitting sometimes 700, which was a really good run, mostly 600, sometimes 500 something. Now in March we've been hitting 726, 562, 750, 740, 670, 650. Then you can see a 381 in there, and oh boy, that was a difficult tournament. That was armored enemies, and I think it was combined with either fast enemies, enemy speed, or was it combined with the more enemies? But that made me realize that no matter how high my damage is, armored enemies do not care about my damage if they have armor on. So I gotta get more crowd control. I gotta stop them from hitting me. I gotta get something that's some kind of obstacle get in their way. So yeah. But after that, the right next tournament, 920, which was a huge personal best in terms of waves. I was actually thinking that maybe I'll get like a 5th, or maybe I'll get a good bracket and 4th, but as soon as the run was finished and I checked my ranking and I wasn't that high up, then I realized that, hey, it wasn't only a good tournament for me, or the good battle conditions for me, it was good battle conditions for pretty much everybody. Now these last 2 tournaments hitting 14th have been, I would say, just tough brackets. I do think that I'm capable of being around that 12 to 10 on average, but I guess we'll see. We'll see in a month. What else have we got? I don't think we had the guilds yet in my previous one. So I'm in the Witch Hunters Guild, which is a guild in the J-Plays community, guild number 3. Guild is super good. Everybody's super active. We get all the chests every week, very, very fast. Very happy with this. What do we get with a Guardian? So I did unlock the not the third, but the second slot for the Guardian chip, which, I don't know, shouldn't have done it. Just wasted 200 Guardian bits to equip an undeveloped chip, but I guess that's fine. All the chips are undeveloped anyway. As you see, I have 550 Guardian chips. Now most of people have selected to upgrade the steel one, or some people have gone with the attack one. I have chosen to not upgrade any of those and wait to see if we'll get a new chip in the next guild season. Maybe we'll get a crowd control related chip. If we do, I think I'm gonna go all in with that one. So I'm just in case gonna save some of my Guardian bits. if you go to the guild store. By now I have got all the stuff. Most players probably do. Yeah, let me think if there is anything else we have not covered yet. I don't think there is anything too interesting. So yeah, if you really like this video, press the like button. If you have interesting thoughts to share, comment. And the algorithm gods really like subscriptions as well, so that would really help. If you like watching my videos, it would help other people find these videos. I really like being a part of this community, watching other people's videos on YouTube, watching people develop their own towers, and I just feel excited making these videos. Hope you like them too, and see you next time. Bye bye.